All right, so I thought I'd do a video on the bump and rebound settings and what they do and how they work. I don't think a lot of people understand them very well. And what I like to think of the bump and rebound settings is they are settings that are good for fine tuning your adjustment. So what the bump and rebound settings really help with is if you're having problems in a specific area of the corner, whether it be entry, middle, or exit, you can adjust these bump and rebound settings because what they do is they don't generally affect a car all the way through a corner. They affect a specific portion of it. So with that being said, this is kind of what it looks like, and I'm going to talk about them a little bit. It is not a case where moving a bumper rebound setting in one direction is always going to make the car tighter or always going to make the car looser, at least not for every setting. Some of them it is. So you can see like here, like the right front bump, if you increase that setting, that is going to help a car that is loose on entry or loose in the middle, but it's not going to do anything to the car on exit. So you can see that moving this up will help a loose condition. But if you come down here to like the left front rebound, moving that up will help a loose condition on entry and loose middle, but it will make the opposite effect on corner exit. So it's important to understand how these work together and what parts of the corner they work in. So what I did was I started to try to say, okay, let's break this down and color code this a little bit. So if you have a car that is loose and you're trying to adjust that and you want settings that will only affect a loose condition, then here's your settings. Okay, these things you can move them. It will make the car looser, and it will help a loose condition, and it will not make the car tight anywhere else. So if you're dealing with loose, these green settings are kind of your go-to settings, and you can see what they do in different parts of the corner. Now, for a tight car, there are other settings that you can use, and these will always address a tight condition, and you're never going to lose anything in another part of the corner. Okay, so like the tight on entry, the right front bump, you decrease that, that will help address a car that is tight on entry. Okay, so, but it's not going to help it on exit. Now, there are settings that are a mixed bag, as I like to say, and here's the mixed bag settings. These are ones where you can make a change and it will affect you in one part of the corner in one direction, but it'll go the opposite direction in a different part of the corner. So the left rebound is a good example. If you are loose on entry, you will decrease that. Okay, but by decreasing that, that is going to help the loose entry condition, but it's going to make not help you on exit. So when you pull it all together, this is kind of what it looks like when you pull it all together. This is the big picture. This is your green, your yellow, your everything. If it is clear, that means you moving that adjustment isn't going to affect the car one way or another in that part of the corner. Now, some of these you'll notice I have put in bold and in larger font. These are my go-to adjustments. So if I am tight on entry, I'm going to decrease that right front bump. If I am loose on exit, I'm going to decrease the right front rebound, or tight, I'm going to increase it. Um, Tight on exit, I'm almost always going to increase the right rear rebound. Now, the other thing I want to talk about is the range of these settings. You can set them anywhere from 3 is the low to 24 is a high. I rarely have anything where I go above 8 or 10. I always keep things down at the lower end of the range. I don't know why, but it just seems like that helps with keeping things more stable. That if you've got a bumper rebound setting that's up in the 15 or 20, it's almost like that's a radical bumper rebound that's going to tend to upset the car a little bit. So I don't go above 8 or 10 very often. So this is bump and rebound settings. I hope this is helpful. Hope this helped it make sense. And obviously, you can pause the video and look at this or copy it or whatever to kind of see how it works and where it's at. Last point is, changing settings on the right side of the car have a bigger impact than on the left side because you're turning left, all the weight shifts to the right. Right side adjustments have a bigger impact than the left. So if you're trying to move a car in a one direction, you're going to get more bang for your buck by moving a right hand setting than a left side of the car setting. And I usually don't go more than 2 or 3 clicks, and I get a big difference in the way a car handles. And again, this is not your first adjustment. These are usually your last adjustment. This is the fine tuning. This is when you've got it just about down and just have a little tweak that you need to get things ironed out. So, with that being said, I will sign off. If you got any questions or anything about this you still don't understand, please let me know in the comments. Hope this was helpful. Thank you guys so much for the support. Greatly appreciate it. Do me a huge favor and like this video if it helped explain these settings to you, and subscribe to the channel. I work really hard to put out high quality content on this game. So I hope you guys appreciate it, and your support means so much to me. So thank you so much, and I hope everybody has a great evening.